So the next step is simple. We're going to put some spark plugs in the engine.
You know, there's an urban myth running around saying that you can't run these newer style Iridium plugs in your older engine. I'm here to tell you that's not true. This new plug has all the copper core that you need. It has everything you need for your older engine to get the good spark that it deserves. So, run them.
Run them, that's right. So another reason we chose these Bosch Iridium plugs is because they're engineered for high performance and long life, which is obviously what we're going for here. And the way they set themselves apart from some other Iridium plugs that are out there is the fact that they feature double precious metal. That means you're going to find the Iridium both on the center electrode and the ground electrode. Now the plugs that don't have that are going to give you a service interval of about 30 to 50,000 miles. With these plugs, you're going to get a service interval of up to 100,000 miles. Now let's talk about the performance characteristics. We have a fine wire center electrode and a tapered ground electrode. And what that's going to translate into on the performance aspect of things is the fact that you're going to have reduced spark quench, you're going to have better ignitability, and that's going to give you things like improved throttle response, better idle, better cold starts, not to mention they'll fit right in our cylinder head.
All right, so the next thing we're going to do is put on our plug wires. Now, we got #1 cylinder marked on the cap. I know, it's not a new cap. I got it. The reason why we're doing it is we just want to fire it up. We're not going crazy on it. We're doing it on the cheap.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We just did a visual inspection of the cap like Lou said. But on a side note, we went with darker colored wires too, because the red ones, in my personal opinion, look like you're standing there going, hey, I've got plug wires. Well, you know, most engines do. So go with the darker ones, and then it kind of tricks your eye into not noticing them. And then you look at the other pretty stuff, like your rusted valve covers, in this case. So.
Now, a lot of these generic wire setups, they're made and the wires are really long, like this one. The reason why that is because GM would notoriously run them behind the valve cover and then forward. The problem you run into is with headers and some of the other exhaust manifolds you have, you can't do that. So what we're going to do, run the shorter ones up front so they can be seen, they're nice and neat. We'll coil them up, the long ones, and put them in the back.